In part 1 of the I Am Come Down episode, we drew the foundation of how there is nothing new under the sun. And in part 2, we drew the parallels between the ancient Exodus versus the modern-day 2025 Exodus. And now, in part 3, we reflect on what kind of deliverance this actually is, and who God uses versus who He is. You see, President Trump and Netanyahu are two individuals who appear to be true Christians, but in reality, they actually oppose the faith. Throughout Scripture, God often uses leaders who appear aligned with His purposes, even though they are not truly His people. Though they reference God and they use Scriptures, the Bible is clear. God has always moved through unlikely people and even imperfect instruments. Pharaoh was pressured. Kings rose and fell, yet none of them were the deliverer. The deliverer was always and will always be the Lord Himself. Scripture also warns us about moments that look like peace. In 1 Thessalonians 5 verses 3, we read that while people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. In Daniel 9 verses 27, it reads that He will confirm a covenant with many for 1 7. In the middle of the 7, He will put an end to sacrifice and offering. And at the temple He will set up an abomination that causes desolation, until the end that is decreed is poured out on Him. So the signing of peace in 2025, the sense of resolution, these things should not lure us into spiritual sleep. They should sharpen our discernment instead. And that brings us to where we are now, the gathering of the church, the promise that the Lord will come and gather His own unto Him, and that we will be caught up with Him in the clouds, just as Scripture tells us, not through governments or peace treaties, but through His great appearing. So watch with readiness. Watch, discern, stay awake, because the same God who said, I am come down to deliver, is the same God who promised, I will come again, and that is where this journey ultimately leads.